the best beginner drone currently on the market. This right here is the DJI NEO, and I think it might be. Today we're gonna take a look at what this drone is, all the different features that it has, and answer that question, like, is it the best beginner drone? Who is this drone for? Because I've seen different reviewers kind of position it different ways, and I've got opinions. Today's video is not sponsored by DJI or anyone else, but if you want to support the channel, go down to the description and pick up a EDC multi-tool clip from David Manning and Condor Blue. That's me. I made this thing, I designed it to exactly fit the specific needs of like a perfect EDC tool that you can hang your keys on, has an air tag in there, 2 bits, has a really fun clip with bottle opener built in, and I can hang my keys on my belt. I poured over this thing to make it exactly, it's like the perfect tool for me, and I bet for a lot of you also. First thing in the description, or like that little drawer, you'll see a picture of it. Okay, first, what is this tiny little drone? Essentially, it's a 4K drone that weighs just 138 grams, does not need a remote control to operate, and it can follow you around wherever you go just by locking onto you and using like AI algorithms to know that you're the person and follow you wherever you go. And I would say for most people that are either looking to get into like the cinematic drone world or the FPV drone world, this is probably the right place to start, because this thing is $199. $199 for a 4K flying drone that's teeny tiny. You can just tack it in your bag, and yeah. Dude, what else is 200 bucks these days? Like, that's like a trip to the grocery store. If you do want the combo pack that comes with 3 batteries total and like a triple charger, the kind of normal DJI triple charger, that is $289. Again, like, well worth the price. And when you compare it to kind of the main other one that's out there, the Hover Air X1, which I reviewed on this channel, click up there if you wanna go watch that video. This is like a steal of a deal, has more features, and yeah, man, DJI, they're really coming hard with this one. Okay, now there's a few different ways to fly this thing. We'll get into all the different ways that you can control this thing, but I think the main way is like double press to turn it on, and there's one single button. It's a mode button, and as you press the button, you get the different modes. Listen closely.
Droney, circle, rocket, spotlight, helix, follow.
Okay, we're gonna jump through each of those modes real quick, just to show you like what can this thing do. And again, we'll get into the other ways that you can control this drone, and how, if you do wanna get into like cinematic drones or FPV drones, this is a killer little start point. But this is like what I think this drone is best at, is something that you've got in your bag, you pull out, you pop into one of these modes. Let's choose
Droney.
Let's do a droney real quick. I'm just gonna press and hold this button.
10 meters.
10 meters.
3, 2, 1.
It's now locked onto my face with the camera, so it knows that I'm the thing that it wants to be filming, and it is now doing a droney. It is super windy right now though, and I will tell you, this thing doesn't do great in the wind. So I can't imagine that this is going to be the most stable shot, the most stable droney in the world, but it's able to fly out there, do a droney, fly back to me. A droney is just like, it goes backwards while rising. I film that shot all the time when we're traveling. It comes back to me, and then it just stops. And what it's waiting for is to land. And to know to land, I just put my hand underneath it. It recognizes my hand underneath it, and it knows, okay, now it's safe to land back on your hand. It's like having like a little birdie friend. Like a little birdie friend with a camera that you're like, hey buddy, go out there and do a quick shot, come on back, and then land back in my hand. Again, it's super windy, but let's do another one.
Circle.
Circle. Okay, I think I have this thing set in the app. You can kind of dial in the settings for each of these modes. I think I have it set to the most. I think it's like 20 meters. And right now, I'm in a big grass field, so we should be safe. 20 meters.
3, 2, 1.
It's gonna back up. This is another shot that I've done 1,000 times while out traveling, is you get out to a cool spot, maybe you've like climbed to the top of a mountain, you just push the drone nice and far away from you, and you have it do a giant circle around you, and you get that like really cool shot. Now, normally in that shot is me looking at my remote control to make sure that I'm like doing like a good circle. This thing it's doing it all by itself. I'm doing nothing It's out there just doing a big circle around me. Again, I did the biggest one you can do. You can do like multiple levels. This one's way out there. And he's doing great. I'm doing nothing. That's kind of the concept of this drone, really, is 4K, 138 grams, flies itself. You don't even know how to fly drones? No problem. You know how to push a button? You know how to push a button and hold it. You know how to fly this drone. Coming on back to me. There it is. It's just waiting for me to hold my hand out and land back on my hand like a fun little birdie. This thing's great. Rocket is straight up, and I think I have it to spin right now.
10 meters.
10 meters, so it's gonna go up 30 feet.
2, 1.
Same thing. First thing it's gonna do is look at my face. That's how it knows that it's safe to fly. And then it's gonna take off. And this one, it's going straight up. Again, a shot I don't use as much. Like I wouldn't use this shot a ton. Maybe if you were in a cool spot, you'd use it. It is doing the twist, I can see it. So it's going up like while rotating. I don't know, maybe you're doing something. What would look cool? What's a time that you would use a straight up shot while spinning? The tiny propellers, they do squeal. I'll say the sound of it is like, it's way up there. Camera's locked on, comes down, and it just chills, like it hovers. And all it's waiting for is for me to hold my hand out, and it lands back on your hand. This is like the ideal use case for this drone. Like it's just easy, it's simple, it's uncomplicated. Last mode that I want to show you guys is follow mode, where it's like really it's trying to really follow you quickly. Feel like I should put the rollerblades on or skateboard for that one. Let's rollerblades or skateboard. Rollerblades are more fun. Come on. All right, check out this mode here. This is its follow mode, where it is locked onto me, and it's gonna just kind of follow me wherever I go. Now, again, this is a pretty windy day, unfortunately, so I don't know how well this is gonna do or how fast it's gonna be able to keep up with me, but it should be able to do a decent job. I can't tell if it's at like full power right now, but let's give it a little rip and we'll see how well it does. I still hear it behind me. That's doing pretty good. That's pretty quick. Sounds like it's keeping up. Now, a big thing to note with this is this drone does not have any obstacle avoidance on it. So if I was to like make a quick turn and there was a tree there, it's only using its camera to try to avoid things. So like sliding sideways or backwards, anything like that, it is just gonna blast straight into something if you kind of lead it that way. So it's a big deal to understand that this thing has no obstacle avoidance. Same thing with like those circle modes. Like if you're doing a big circle and there's a tree right there, it is going to hit the tree. I'm gonna try to kind of like, oh, it still got me. That was good. Because it's only using visual data to lock onto me, like it's not using any sort of, tracker like GPS. This is all just visual. I feel like if I turn fast enough, I could lose it. Like if I get behind it, oh, that's pretty good. Good job, dude. I did not think that was gonna be able to keep up. So I kind of got ahead of it for a second there and it catches right up. I'm gonna see if I can lose this thing. Maybe I can't. It's quicker than I thought. With those little tiny blades, I kind of thought this thing was gonna be slow, but that's actually pretty quick. I do a quick turn down here. Oh, I lost it for sure. It's looking for me. Oh yeah, I lost it. Oh, it found me. Ah! It's like it was looking for me in place, and as soon as it saw me again, it locked back onto me and chased me down. There's like a slight creepy factor to a drone chasing you down. I'm gonna turn and go past it as quick as I can and see if it'll turn. Oh, it's looking for me. It's looking for me. Did it? Ah, it saw me. Here it comes. It's coming. But again, like right now, if a car were to come, if something were to happen, it has no sensors to get itself out of the way. I want to actually see, is there like a tree I could turn quickly? I'm gonna see if I could try to, oh, I know where I could crash this thing. Come on, buddy, follow me. There's no way it'll be able to dodge like the poles in this gazebo over here. See how it does through here. Check this out. I don't think this is gonna go well. Oh. Ah, it's not doing bad. That wasn't bad. That was actually pretty good. Yeah. Good job, little dude. So it is using its camera, and if it sees an obstacle with its camera, it will stop. So forward-facing obstacles. If it sees something in front of it, it saw the pole, it saw the tree over here. If it sees an obstacle, it will stop. It's using that AI to kind of understand, hey, there's something in front of me. But again, there's no like side sensors on it. So if it is sliding, if you do one of those circles, you do a droney, whatever you do, if there's a tree right there, yeah, your drone's goner. I'm impressed that this thing's still in the air.
Okay, let's jump into the other ways that you can control this drone and then some pros and cons about this drone. Also, like the two routes that you can go from the DJI NEO. First, in ways that you can control it, there is a controller within the app. So within the app, like again, you just either spend $199 for this, $289 for the combo, and just with this, it'll fly itself. And in the app, there's like digital controls in the app. I'm not a big fan of them. I'll say that is not how I like to fly drones with like digital controls. It just seems like they're a little, I don't know, they're digital. But other ways that you can control this is whether you're going more the like Mini 4 Pro, then the Air series, then the like you're going that cinematic route, you can hook up the RCN2 to this drone. Like this can control this, and now you're flying like a totally normal drone, doing normal drone shots. Like it's just a miniature version of the Mini 4 Pro. Over here then is the Avata series. Like this is like the FPV route. And if you were going this route, the DJI NEO is compatible with the motion controller, the FPV remote control, and the goggles. So all of it, like you can fly this drone with all of these tools. So whether you're going like more the cinematic route or more the FPV route, this thing can hook into those. Now, the price gets a little tricky, $199 to $89. Then if you start, like if you buy the goggles and the remote, you might as well buy the Avata 2. This makes more sense to me. Like if you bought the RCN2 and this, now you could have the option of flying it like a normal drone, and you have all like the follow functions and quick shot modes built in. If you go that route, like if you're going FPV, it's tough because this is fun because it has guards on it, because it's small, like super, super durable. It even has like prop guards on there so that if you crash, your propeller doesn't go flying off, sticks don't like jam into the propellers and mess them up, like super durable. It is really nice to crash this rather than having to crash this thing while you're learning. Whether either route that you're going for, if you're a total beginner, dude, $200. Like I feel like DJI is losing money on this drone at $200. Like I almost feel like this is like a little taster that they're putting out there in the world so that more people get this, and then they get addicted, and then they buy one of these, and then they end up with like 6 drones, which there are 6 drones in this room right now. Battery life, the reason I think that most people should get the combo pack is the battery life is 18 minutes per battery. But for the battery life on drones is always like the ideal conditions. So like today I was flying, it was very windy. I'm gonna get significantly reduced flight time. So I would plan on, like in your mind, to be conservative, be like, each of these batteries is gonna get me 10 to 14 minutes-ish, depending on how fast the drone has to fly, its motor speeds, how much wind it has to fight against. All those things kind of come into consideration. So I really think most people should get the combo pack. You have 3 batteries with you and you're good to go. And then another, like, it's not a con because, okay, it has internal memory, 22 gigabytes of internal memory. So you're gonna record just straight to the drone. There is no SD card. You're either going to plug this into your computer to transfer the files off of it, or you're gonna use their quick transfer Wi-Fi to transfer it to the app. That's what I've been doing the whole time. Like pretty much I would go out, I'd film with the thing for a whole battery, and then I would just dump the footage to my phone real quick, dump it to the album within the app, and then delete it from the drone and go fly again. And 22 gigabytes, like it does give you plenty of time. You do have a lot of storage built in. Again, for something that like how it's designed, I know that you can like hook up a remote or hook up FPV. How this thing I really feel like is designed is just those quick shots, man. Like you've got this thing with you, you pull it out, you're in a cool spot on a hike, you're gonna say like, hey, I'm gonna have it follow us for 2-3 minutes and get like a cool shot, bring it back down, put it in your bag, get to the top of a mountain, launch it up, have it do a circle, like get that shot, come back down. Like this is much more of a clip drone to me. Like it is designed to get me short clips, not to fly around all day. But again, for 200 bucks, like it's just crazy. Like 200 bucks buys you nothing these days. And now it buys you a 4K 30 self-flying drone that weighs 138 grams, tuck in my bag, pull out, and if I want, I can hook it up to other remote controls. DJI coming hard. Like Hover Air came in with their X1, which everyone was like, that thing's super dope. Like maybe that's all most people need out of a drone. And DJI was like, well, we can do that for better and for cheaper. I wanna know your thoughts though down in the comments. Is this the perfect beginner drone? Should someone spend the $289 on this, or just like go straight to the Mini 4 Pro and then up to like the Air series and the Mavic series, or shoot this way and go for the Avata and like go FPV and all of that? Or is this it? Like for most people, is this the perfect drone? I wanna know your thoughts down below, and I will see you soon. Oh, I really hit the lens that time. Crap.
Gonna be up my shorts. Holy cow. Woo! Buzzing me. I didn't think it was gonna be a problem, and then he went up my shorts. There ain't no honey up there, buddy. Get away from me. Daggone bees.